To be honest, it took me a while to figure out the points I wanted to go over in this video. This is for the simple reason that there is so much that you could do to get better as a white belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So depending on how this video goes in the long run, I'll probably be doing a part 2. But anyway, today we'll be talking about how to become the best Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu white belt at your gym. Now disclaimer, we're not really in the business of comparing ourselves to others, but more so being the best versions of ourselves. I know what this video says, however, you should be focused on being the best version of you. Anyways, let's get into it. Practice, practice, practice. Okay, so this point should be pretty obvious. We should be practicing consistently. I used to practice karate a while back, and one of my coaches always used to say, perfect practice makes perfect. And what he meant by that is that it's not only practice, but it's practicing the right things. Too often, people practice the wrong drills, the wrong exercises, the wrong stretches, and get all frustrated because they're not seeing any results. We need to have proven and specific methods of doing everything, whether that's mobility, flexibility, cardio, and even strength training. Okay, so moving on, our next point will be observant and ask questions. Don't be afraid to steal a page from everyone's book and add it to your own Rolodex. From my experience, apart from the fundamentals, we have to make Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu our own. Not everything that we're taught will be used. In fact, most of what we learn as beginners in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu will be discarded by our brain because at some point it will just be information overload. However, we need to hold on to techniques that work for us and the ones that sort of gel with our body type, the way we move, the way we think, and so on. Imitating the higher ranks, however, may not be enough because they have a more in-depth understanding of the techniques. This is why it is so important to ask questions, especially your teammates that are one rank above you or just a little better than you. Don't get me wrong, seeking advice from your coach is never a bad idea. Your coach will probably have the most wisdom when it comes to the sport. However, the people that are just a little better than you or one rank above you may be more understanding and more familiar with what you're going through at your current level because they were more than likely in the same position as you not too long ago. No disrespect to the head coaches, but they may just oversimplify or overcomplicate the solution to certain problems. Okay, so moving on, we should have a variety of skill levels to roll with. There's a podcast with John Danaher and Lex Friedman, and he was saying that he encourages his students to roll with a variety of belt types. Now in the video, they were actually speaking of black belts or very high belt ranks. However, I feel that this could be applied to anyone practicing. The logic behind this perspective is this. When we roll with anyone the same skill level of us or better, we tend not to explore, which means that we stick to the moves and positions that are more familiar to us, which means that we are not really learning anything because our aim is more to win or to submit. While rolling with someone the same skill level has its advantages because it's a great way to keep you honest as an athlete because the person you're rolling with will not let you submit them unless your rolling is on point. Rolling with someone that is a lot less experienced as you allows you to explore a lot more, try new techniques, or improve on things that you've been working on. There's a lot less pressure and more room to work without the barrier of that person being able to escape or counter your technique. These are more often than not the times where you have that aha moment and it propels you to the next level in your jiu-jitsu game. It's also a great confidence booster and a great way to see how much you've progressed as a white belt because never forget, you were once that absolute beginner. So essentially, all ranks and skill levels have their place. Just because we are a certain rank, we shouldn't shy away from rolling with people that are a lot better than us. And we also shouldn't be too proud to roll with someone that's a lot worse than us. That's probably the point where you'll make your most progress. Hey, if you're enjoying this video and you want to support me, the best way to do so is to like and subscribe to the page. It really helps me out. Anyways, let's get back to the video. So I saved this point for last because in my opinion, it's probably one of the most important ones of them all. And if I want you to leave this video with anything today, it would be this: master the fundamentals. As a white belt, your goal should be to never ever get pinned and be able to escape from any bad position. This concept is the foundation for any other level that you want to get to in BJJ. There is absolutely nothing wrong with a white belt that has black belt skills in just surviving. And that comes with mastery of the fundamentals. At our level, we don't need to be focusing on the fancy flying armbar or anything of the sort. What matters is that it's almost impossible to pin us, and when we do get pinned, we can always get out. Alright guys, we've come to the end of the video unfortunately. Before you go, if you have any other video suggestions, doesn't necessarily have to be about Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, I'd love to hear them. Leave a comment down below and you may just see your suggestion in my next video. Anyways, I'm gone now. Bye bye.